Hey folks, Tom, your Frugal Prepper. I'm just gonna do this kind of video real quick here. I got some new stuff too. I got a soldering iron, some new wire piercing probes, and solder. But anyway, so for those of you who aren't networking people, there is something called Plenum rated cable and PVC rated cable. This is a box of PVC cable, right? And so you can also buy plenum rated cable. Now, the plenum rated cable was designed so that if you have an open plenum, you have a drop ceiling area that just has like some grates in where drop ceiling tiles go, and then there's an air return that's just open up there that sucks air back into the furnace for the air return, and it just kind of goes through the drop ceiling areas and pulls it in those grates. That's an open plenum. And then you have a closed plenum where they run the ductwork clear out to the grates. So in an open plenum system, this PVC cable can burn and release a lot of toxic fumes, and then it sucks that into the air conditioning vents and circulates it throughout the building, and everybody gets sick, and you know, it can kill them and incapacitate them to get out from the fire. In a closed plenum system, though, you don't have to worry about that. You can use this cable because as that air is circulating back, it's pulling it through the ductwork directly from the room, no matter what's burning up in the ceiling. So a lot of places, that's how they run their regulations. If it's a closed plenum, you can run PVC cable. If it's an open plenum, you have to run a plenum rated cable. However, there are certain localities like Dublin, Ohio, where you have to run plenum rated cable no matter what. It's part of their codes. Their fire inspectors are trained to look for it, you know, and they require it, okay? However, right now, plenum rated cable has become increasingly expensive and hard to find. The factory that made the majority of the chemicals for plenum cabling burnt down a month ago. And so they made 80% of that. The rest of it's kind of made over in China and other places, but 80% of it was made here in the USA. The factory burnt down. So plenum rated cable is really expensive right now. It's starting to get to where it costs 5 times the amount of PVC cable. It used to cost like 25% more. So a lot of times people just grab the plenum rated, they ran the plenum rated, and they didn't worry about it. This is a box of Nave Point from eBay. This box costs around $44 shipped. And it's black, it's UTP 24 gauge. Now 23 gauge is a little bit thicker of a cable. You might want to use that. I don't have a problem using 24 gauge. This is copper cladded aluminum. So this is actually an aluminum cable with a copper cladding over it. Again, not as good as solid copper, but I've never had any issues running at distance full speeds with this cable. And it's a lot cheaper. It's PVC. And so, just a thought, if you're getting cabling done for your business, or you're getting ready to run cabling and you were gonna do plenum rated and you find out your cabling costs have gone up 5 times, call your local building inspectors, fire department, see if there's anything, if you have a closed plenum, and most newer buildings do, if there's anything that prevents you from running PVC cable versus plenum cable, if there's any local codes on that. If there's no local codes, you can get a box of this, you know, for 50 bucks versus spending $300 to $400, sometimes $500 a box on the plenum rated stuff right now. So it'll save you some money. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I just got this new box of cable in. I had a little 250 foot box I used up the other day, and I figured this box is like $44 on eBay, and I just had to get that other little 250 box real quick at a local place, and I paid like $42 for that 250 foot box. Here I got 1,000 for $44. So I don't need it right now, but I just thought, you know, I'm just going to grab a box of this and throw it on the shelf in case I do need it. It's a lot cheaper than getting it at Lowe's, and you know, although the stuff at Lowe's is a better cable, but you know, good enough is good enough in my book. As long as it carries the speeds, it's easy to work with, easy to terminate, I don't have a problem with it. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Tom, the Frugal Prepper.